Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a small art journal page using Distress inks, art by Marlene, the Confidence. There is the block number, and there's everything that's in this one. We're going to use her, this little fairy girl, and some of these dragonflies, and these two little feathers. I have a very old stamp set I believe I got from Michael's. I don't know the name of it. It came with a stencil, background stencil, but we're going to use Live, Love, Sparkle, and we might use these little stars. Of course, I've got Stays on ink. We're going to try a different technique. I looked at bubble techniques and everything, and everybody's just using a fork. I have some Dawn dish soap with some water, and I have a straw. That's how I'll make my bubbles. So let's get started. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, put it over here, and I'll bring you in just a little bit closer while I lay down my inks. I have two blending tools, and I'll start out with my blues. So I've got Broken China and Peacock Feathers. I'm just going for blues and greens because she has a lot of yellows, pinks, and purples in her. So let me open these, and I will get another art journal to clean off on. So which one is this? Is this my green? That's my green. This is my blue. So I will pick up blue, and I will get it laid down pretty good. And I'm just going for an overall effect on the page. This is a smaller journal. What size is this? I think it is the visual journal that is 5.5 by 8. 5.5 by 8. Excuse me. I'm just going to put it down fairly good. I'm going to come over here and pick up some peacock feathers and mix that in. Come over here, up here. I'm just doing it all random. I'm just going for an ethereal look. Let me get that on there, nice and dark. All right, let me clean this off. Sorry if my arm is in the way. Let me just clean this off on here, and I'll close these up. And we have Mowed Lawn and Peeled Paint. Now I'm sure they're both dark greens, so I will have to see. I'll test it out on this page. Well, that's not too bad. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna load up my sponge with some, and I'm gonna come in here. Well, that's dark, but hopefully with what I'm going for, turns out good. All right, inky fingers, that's okay. And I'll get that green off of this one before I come into Peeled Paint. Oh, that looks even darker. Wow, okay, that's fine. We'll just go in lightly with that one. It's more of an olivey color. And put that down over there. And I think I'm going to go back in with more of the blues. These are the only Distress inks that I have. So I'll go back in with some more Broken China. And try to help out that severe dark green. All right, so let's see if this is going to work the way I want to try. And let me get this off my fingers. All right, so everybody's been doing this to get their bubbles. I want bigger bubbles, so I will do this and just pull it off and stretch it out. And get it to lay down. Now, I'm going to pop some of these, move them, and then I'm going to hit them with a heat gun and see how well this works. I don't know. Let me dry it some more and we'll see. All right, that's not too bad. Let me try and fix the light. Okay, hopefully that's better. It looks all right, so let's try some more. I just want some smaller bubbles, so I'll mix up my big bubbles and I'll just flip it over on it, pick them up, and blow them. And I'll just mix up my larger bubbles again and drop them down. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And I'll go with these little bubbles up here. And I'll grab some of these, put them there. I'm still blowing bubbles. And I'll put some here. Just trying to get some off. Put them down on the paper. Got some more. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't look good, then oh well. It is all a lesson learned, to be honest. It's just about having fun anyway. All right. Let me dry this and see what happens. All right, it's dry. I like that. I do. But I think I want to go... Let me just put that there. Move this out of the way so I don't spill it. It needs so much more. Something else, something else. I'll be right back. All right, so I have some white, cool white paint. It's probably got a grayish blue cast to it. I have some Diane Reevely stencils here. This is Bubbles. So I think what I want to do is put some in there with the paint. And I have another sponge dauber. Just going to add a little because I just want faint. I don't want crazy over the top. So I'll just put it down. Come in. Blend this. I'll leave it there. Put a little more down. Clean that off of there. Put my hand back down where I was. And just come in. Because she, to me, is going to be floating in her own happy little universe. I like that. That's pretty. That's what I wanted. Maybe a couple of little ones in here. Maybe I need more paint for that. No, that might be too much, so there, I dabbed off some. And a couple of little ones up here. Why not? Yep, I knew they'd be darker. I mean, you can do as much as you want, because we're also going to be putting in those little sparkles. These little sparkles with the black ink. So let's grab that one. And let me get, sorry about that, a stamp block. Little one, don't need a giant one. Little teeny one. Just put it on there. I'm just going to rub it off on my skin here so that it picks the ink up. Now, I don't want it too black, so what I will do is I'll stamp it and then I'll stamp it off up here. I wonder if I have any blue left in here. I wonder what that would do. Just give it some random circles. Why not? There, that's done. All right, grab my StazOn. Just pick up the ink. Press it off once. Come over here, put it down. There we go. It's a much softer. See, because I've stamped it off there. We want it as a softer look. And that's what I'll do. And I'll go right here, right there. Almost like as if it was a stencil. All right. Now, we could give her a border. And I have some of these, but let me find a different border maybe. All right, I have Dylusions Inbetweenies. There's the number. Ranger. I've had these for a long time. And I think I got these. See, I don't know. We'll just go with these. I pulled them out, so. And let's see. Sure, I'll go with that one. Fine. I have her old stamping block. And I'll just put it on the edge. Because I need to go as close to the edge as I can. Because of these. So that's what we'll do. And I'll just do these first before I put her down. Yep, wrong side. Oh well. So we'll do this one. Just give it some pressure. All right, and then I'll just flip it over. Put this on this side. I'll use the stamp pad to push it down onto the stamp block because it's already got black ink on it and I don't want to get black ink on my fingers. All right, I'll go directly across. I'll actually turn it so I can see it. I moved it, so if it's all wonky, that's my fault. Okay, yeah, see I got black there, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. At least not for me. Now, I'm going to try to line these up. I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect. But I'm going to try to find this piece to this piece. And I did. It's just a border anyway. Because I got black ink all over it. Now, let's see. I'm only going to try to get this one. So I'll just lift it, get ink on it, try to see where my line is, and put it down. And it's not going to be right, but it'll be good enough for me. There we go. She's got a border. Now, all I did was take the feathers and let me cover my ink up before it dries out. I gave her wings with the two feathers. I glued the two feathers to the back. That's all I did. And she's floating around in her happy place. That there. We've got Live, Love, Sparkle. Always sparkle. And I got another little dragonfly here. I like that. Why not? So let's glue everybody down. Sorry about that. I'll put this one there. And she's just floating around in her happy little world. Why not? There's enough stress in the world today. We all need to find our little happy place every now and then. It doesn't hurt. And I'll just hold her down here. Put some more up here. Because yes, this glue does dry fast. And I'll put her right there. Good enough. Now, this is Distress ink, so yes, it is reactive. So what I want to do, besides close up my glue, Maybe I need to just get as much of, this is just ink, stays on ink stamped on tissue paper so that it blends with the background. Just like that. Let me get something. I have Liquitex. I have the basics and I have the professional. They're both matte medium. I'll use this one. They both work just as well. I mean, it's a matte medium. So what I'm going to do is put it on the back of this and then hopefully pick it up and put it down nicely. And what I'll do is I'll take this and press it down. But first, let me get this paint off as much as possible. And because I don't want to put too much, so I'll just take it out of the lid. And I'll put this down. I'll brush it across it. And just pick it up. And I'll lay it down. If I feel I don't have enough, oh boy, behind it, I'll pick up more and I'll just dab this on where it's going to be. Now let me just go down the middle of my piece. Now that it's somewhat stuck to my finger. And I will just try to get it underneath there as a little bit as possible. I want it to be as translucent without bleeding into the inks. So I lifted that up. A little bit down, that's good, and I'll just press it down. I won't do too much with the tissue paper because tissue paper it breaks. All right, I'll dry this and we'll be back. All right, go from the big bucket of paint markers and everything else. Lay it down a little bit better. This is ink, so hopefully it doesn't bleed too much on here. We'll see. I can put little dots here and there if I want. Why not? You know, little for my dragonflies. You can do whatever you want. You can put more splashes. You can highlight parts of her dress. You can do anything. I have a black one. I got these off of Amazon. All right, that one works. You can come in and go back around your hearts. You can give her better eyelashes, fix her eye, whatever. You know, you can do so much. You could come and outline this. And give it some marks. Since we got some hearts over here, you can even go around some of those stars if you want it darker. There's just so much you can do. You can even actually go around her if you wanted, just to ground her better. I am just a jumping off point for people to get some inspiration. How to use all the Art by Marlene stuff with some of the stuff that you may already have. I have been collecting art supplies for years, my husband says. So we can go around the flowers in her hair, make them more pronounced. So that you see them better. There's so much you can do to these. You can give your dragonflies little antennae. You can color these in pink. Let's try that. Hold on. Okay, I just have a glitter marker that I got off of Amazon. Let's see if it'll do anything with these hearts. If not, you just use acrylic paint and a fine paintbrush. I'm just trying to keep everything easy. And that doesn't take too long. It's not, you should let your ink, if you're going to use some kind of marker, I would let your inks dry. Or at least set for a couple of hours. Before you use it on there. But that's our page for the day. There we go. Using art by Marlene. If you want, if you don't like the tooth hanging out, just cover it up. That's better for me. There we go. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Leave me a comment. I will answer them if there is a question. To the best of my knowledge, I enjoy everyone's comments, and I usually try my best to comment back. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.